Welcome and ting and ting and ting. We are gonna go to Ireland, people. We're gonna go to Ireland. We're gonna check out some stuff about Ireland, And this one is called 20 Things to Avoid Doing while visiting Ireland in 2025. You understand what I mean? And things. So, you gotta watch what you do when you go to other people's country. You gotta respect the laws, respect the culture, whatever they do, they gotta respect it. Just go enjoy what it is they have to offer. You understand what I'm saying? Stuff. So let's go ahead and YouTube and simmer and see what Ireland or what not to do when visiting Ireland.
Welcome back to the Ireland in View channel as we explore Ireland today. In this short video, we will try and talk you through the 20 things a tourist should never do in Ireland. It might be a bit controversial, but here goes. Starting at number 1, ignoring local customs, understand the etiquette, especially in pubs. Irish people are quite generous mostly. They will offer to buy you a drink. Make sure to respond by buying a drink back. You wouldn't want to be seen as a cheapskate, would you? Number 2, assuming everyone speaks English, Irish Gaelic is also used, particularly on the Aran Islands and Connemara. In Northern Ireland, the Irish language is a bone of contention in the unionist community, so be cautious of discussing it in public and bringing up politics. Number 3, never underestimate.
Okay, so now, as far as language is concerned, even if they speak English, remember it's a different type of English. So you might not understand every word they say, even though they speak English, because I know from my experience in traveling, when you go certain places, even though they speak English, there's certain slangs that they use, or there's certain phrases that they use that's not indigenous to where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? Like if I go to Kentucky, they might say certain things in Kentucky that I'm not used to hearing. I'm kind of used to it now because I've been here for a while, but or I might even try. If I travel to Jamaica, Jamaicans speak a totally different English than I do, coming from Grenada, so I'm going to have a hard time understanding them. Also, you have to take into consideration the rhythm of the type of English that they speak, the words that what should I put it, the vowels that they emphasize and what they don't emphasize and stuff like that. And even when reading, some places spell things differently, even though it's the same word and the same meaning. Like for instance, when I came here, I didn't realize that they spell color C-O-L-O-R. On the island, we spell it C-O-L-O-U-R. Or the fact that they say Z instead of Z, you know what I mean? So the word's going to sound different even though it's English. So we got to be cognizant of things like that.
Estimate the Irish weather. Keep a plastic rain mac handy at all times. Layer up to take off as conditions change. The 4 seasons in a day joke in Ireland is actually the case. Thank you for getting this far. If you are finding this video useful, please subscribe and follow us on Ireland in View as we bring you more of traveling in Ireland today. Number 4, rushing through the experience. Take time to enjoy the scenery and culture. We see so many tourists trying to cram so much into their Irish adventure. Take advice from the locals on how to see the country and find out the true journey times. Number 5, driving on the wrong.
The best way to travel is not so much taking a lot of time. You don't have to take a bunch of time to hit as many as you can. I say pick out the best spot that you want to see and spend more time there than you do anywhere else. You know what I mean? Because the vacation becomes hectic if you try to rush from one place to the other to see this and see that and see that, If you go for a week, take a couple of specific things that you really want to see and go see those, you know what I mean? Or things that you want to experience and go experience those instead of like trying to cram everything in one, because then it's not a vacation then. It becomes a chore, running back and forth trying to get everything in. You know what I'm saying?
Wrong side. Familiarize yourself with driving on the left. If you can drive an Autobahn or an American freeway, you can easily drive in Ireland. In Dublin, you don't need a car. Public transport is good. But if you do drive through the city, you will need a good navigator in the shotgun seat. The city council use no right turns 24 hours a day, and you can drive out of your way and get yourself tied up in knots. Use Google Maps. We use toll booths on motorways. Northern Ireland has none. Bear in mind, if you are non-Irish or non-European from January 2025, you will need an ETA, which stands for Electronic Travel Authorization, which takes 3 days and you can get it online. Links in the description. Number 6. Disrespecting historical sites. Always be respectful at monuments and ruins. They are a large part of our heritage and have shaped a large part of our culture. Number 7. Never use the wrong terminology. Avoid calling it the UK, as Ireland is a separate nation. The Republic of Ireland gained its independence from Britain in 1922. Northern Ireland is still British. The currency in the north is the British pound. It's legal tender there, but it cannot be used in the rest of the UK or in the Republic. Number 8, eating fast food exclusively.
See, that I didn't know. See, I learned something there. I did not know that. You know what I'm saying? That I know it's a different country and stuff like that, and I totally understand that. But a lot of people don't understand the intricacies of currency and what the differences are and stuff like that. Like, you know, being from the islands, the money is totally different there than it is here, you know what I mean? So I had to learn a whole new, especially the visual part of it, you know what I mean? It might say what it is, but it's still hard to figure out what it is because it's so different. And that's a good point there, you know what I mean?
Explore local cuisine instead of defaulting to American chains. Ireland, North and South, has a great reputation for fresh produce and healthy local food. Number 9, tipping inappropriately. Know the tipping custom.
Why would you go to somewhere and visit it and not try the local cuisine? And I'm not talking about in the big cities where you go and you try like the cuisine in the restaurants there, because, you know, even when you go to the small island, they might change the menu a little bit to cater to the tourists, so you wouldn't get the real gist of what the cuisine is like. So, you know, squeeze in a little rural area in there and go to a little mom and pop's restaurant so you could get the real taste of the place, you know. That's what I would say, you know, because a lot of people go to, like, okay, a lot of people still talk about coming to my island and they're always like, well, is there McDonald's? Is there a Pizza Hut? And I would say, no, we don't have those there, but we do have local shops, you know. Of course, we have some things that you could try, but, you know, it's the vibe and thing. So try the local food. Why would I travel and not try the local food? You know what I'm saying?
It's usually less than in the US. Tipping in Ireland is used to reward good service. It's not part of the wage as it is in the US. Tipping generally 5 to 10% of the bill is normal. Number 10, getting too loud. Be mindful of your volume in public spaces, particularly in restaurants and pubs. This loudness can drive Irish people bananas, particularly in small rural pubs. Number 11, disregarding public transport. Research local transport options. Don't assume it's like home. Transport options in the bigger cities and between bigger cities is quite good. However, the small tourist destinations will require buses and taxis when the train line ends. Renting a car is usually the best option. Number 12, overpacking. Bring versatile clothing. You won't need as much as you think. This one is pretty obvious unless attending a wedding in Ireland. A decent pair of walking shoes if you are a hiker. Some upmarket hotels, mostly castles, will have a dress code, so research that first before you arrive. Number 13, skipping small towns.
I ain't lying. I want to travel really bad. You know what I'm saying? I want to travel really bad. So I pack light. I'm alone. You know what I mean? And before things get too crazy, I definitely would like to go see certain things. You know what I'm saying and thing. But yeah, always travel light. I'm a light traveler. I'm a minimalist as such, you know what I mean? I don't really vibe up a whole lot with too much material things. So traveling is going to be easy. A suitcase, you know what I mean? Boom, and I'm gone. Bam, I'm ready to roll.
Don't just stick to major cities. Explore smaller towns for a true experience. Ireland has a number of charming small towns with their own unique feel. Number 14, mispronouncing place names. Take the time to learn local pronunciations. Ask an Irish person if you are unsure. Our place names are largely based on the Irish language and are not always spoken how they are written. Number 15, neglecting to try potatoes. They are a staple. Don't miss out on this Irish favorite. Ireland can serve potatoes in so many forms and tastes you won't believe. Number 16, being...
I'll tell you something funny about that. On the island, we just called potatoes Irish potatoes, you know what I mean? And then I didn't realize it was different here in the States until I came here, and people were saying Idaho potatoes, or you know, or they just say potatoes. On the island, we didn't just say potatoes; we said Irish potatoes. That's what we call it. And I think it's because of the small influence of Irish culture on the islands there. So sort of it kind of seeped into it, but we always called it Irish potatoes.
Being unaware of time zones, Ireland is in a different time zone. Plan accordingly. Jet lag might catch you out. Number 17, assuming everyone loves Americans, be aware of historical context and local sentiments. Not everyone will be a Trump or Biden supporter. Number 18, not embracing the culture. Participate in local traditions and events and learn how and why things are done. Number 19,
why wouldn't I? Are you kidding me? I'm not going to visit a place and not try to participate in the local culture stuff. You know, as a matter of fact, one of the things I want to do when I travel is to figure out where the local festivals and stuff are and go enjoy that, you know what I mean? Especially small town festivals, you know what I'm saying? You know, just to go get that feel, you understand? I live in a small town here, and, you know, I go to the parades and stuff, you know, just to get that feel, you know? So... yeah, that's important. It's the only place you could get the real culture. In the big cities, as far as I'm concerned, because I've lived in New York, I've lived in Detroit, you know, I've lived in Nashville, and there's differences, but, you know, a big city is a big city.
expecting a fast pace, life can be slower. Enjoy the laid-back atmosphere. Dublin is a busy large city, but Galway with a much smaller population works at a slower pace. Kerry will be slower again. That's part of the charm. Number 20. Finally, disregarding safety, be aware of your surroundings, especially in crowded areas. Take the usual precautions around phones and money cards, etc. That's our 20 things never to do in Ireland.
Yeah. It doesn't matter wherever you go in the world, even on a small island where I'm from, be aware of your surroundings. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't pay attention because they're so excited about all the visuals and stuff that's around them. But be mindful of where you are, and that's everywhere you go. You know, you could be going to the safest part of the world. You know what I mean? But I'm checking this out here. Ireland looks so inviting. You know, a nice place to visit and check out the thing. Weather notwithstanding, you know, so I could go there and vibe open and check the vibe out. You know, but. I hope you guys enjoyed this with me, and for the people in Ireland who are watching this, comment down below, tell me what you think of this video, and also tell me things that the video didn't mention, you know. So hit me up in the comment section, let's get the conversation going. I'm back, I'm doing more videos and all of that, and it's kind of cool, you understand what I'm saying? And hey, share the video, subscribe. You want to support the channel, go in the description, bam, you could go in there and support the channel and stuff like that, so that way I wouldn't have such a long hiatus waiting to get a laptop in and stuff. And once I start traveling, and once I get back home and start traveling some more, there'll be a lot of videos coming like that. So you know, and you know, so if you support the channel, it could help to that too. But anyway, hope you guys are having fun and you all are taking care of business and nobody's stressing out too much with all the craziness going on in the world right now. You all take care of each other, all right? Cool, Reddits.